My name is Brittney Greene, and I am the CEO and founder of Black Positive Image Incorporated. It is a non-profit corporation located in Atlanta, Georgia. And currently we are a social media corporation in which we are basically on the social media sites of Facebook and Twitter, in which we engage the community through those aspects. And we're finally launching several campaigns which will take us outside of the social media and directly into the community to help with various activities that are going on. Black Positive Image is a community resource center, and that's what we're branding it as. So anything that's pertaining to the Black community, you can come and get advice regarding finances. We have literacy programs. We're just engaged in the community. So we're just trying to change the negative image of what's portrayed in the media. I do not know the initial moment that I actually decided to, okay, I'm going to start a community resource center. It wasn't like that. My grandfather passed in 2008, and he was just like an influential person in my life. He was a Buffalo Soldier, and so that was the Black, the Negroes who actually were able to fight in like Vietnam, and they had their own section because segregation and Jim Crow still like separated them, so they still had their own place where they can come together, and like we fought the war with Americans, but even though they're outcasts in America as well. So he always instilled a spirit in us to make sure that we always were like true to our roots and knew where we come from. And so when he passed away, I kind of feel like somehow his spirit like just came to me, and one day I was at work and I'm like, I'm so sick and tired of working for other people, and it just came, and the name came, and everything just grew, and like the people came from everywhere, just like, how can I help you? And so I just knew that it was like community based. Getting the word out has been easy based to Facebook and Twitter. It has been like exceptional. The hardest thing is garnering funds for a project in which you're not necessarily helping sick children, or you're not necessarily helping someone with like a debilitating disease. It's hard to get people rallied around it because if they don't see it as an urgent need, if people are dying, they see that as urgent. But Black people are dying in mass numbers, so it is urgent, but people are not seeing it like that. I have to be creative in how we do our fundraisers. So we do like t-shirt sales, and we do DVD sales and CD sales to help garner people to actually buy stuff, and then it actually in turn into profit for us so we can help out in the community. So many. The number one change I would have to say for the city of Atlanta would be to come together, because it's like zone 3 with zone 2, zone 1. Everybody is like, oh, I'm from College Park, I'm not going to talk to anybody who's from another section. But just for us to like, regardless of wherever we live, to come together as in like, okay, we're doing this for one cause, and be outside of ourselves and like representing whatever we define ourselves as. So if we could just get past that, especially in Atlanta, because a lot of people won't even travel outside of a certain distance in order to reach the people that they need to reach. My biggest feedback is from the DMV, like that's DC, Maryland, and Virginia. They have a strong, positive just outlook, so they reach out to me. People come from everywhere to find the site, and then they always just want to help. So the best thing that has happened is now that I have connections in other cities. So it's just like people who already at like higher levels, their companies and their nonprofits are at higher levels, have been able to garner support and give me advice to say, okay, do this and do that. So I just got great community support, and like, I like what you're doing. The name is so powerful that people are automatically drawn to it. So I didn't want to use the term African American, so Black Power, big on my fist, and so I started with that, and I was playing around with words like, what can I do? Like, we have so many negative images. I was like, oh, positive images. So I just looked up positiveimages.com. It was taken, of course. So I was just like, oh, well, I want to be in the community. I want to deal with my people. So Black Positive Image, and it just came to me like that. My infrastructure is I am a solo team at the moment. I am currently looking for interns and youth ambassadors. So teens within the age of like 14 to 18 can help garner in that age group, their age group. So we're looking for ambassadors and people who are ready to help. I have a lot of people who are eager to help, but they don't necessarily deal with any of the fundraising and things of that nature. I deal with the infrastructure, but I have a great support team. So this is our first project that we launched, and it's called the You Don't Know My Story campaign. Basically, what we started was a book for our 8th grade development program that we did at Price Middle School. And the girls told me their stories, and I rewrote them. And they have been through some things that I couldn't even imagine. And I just wanted to give them a voice to let people know that they want help, and they also have been through so many things that they need help. So we just got people to submit their stories, and we came up with our first book, and it will be on Amazon.com as of February 1st. And you can also go to our website, www.blackpositiveimages.com, and purchase it as well. And we're having tons of volumes. This is never going to end. So if you have a story that you want to share in any capacity, you can share it with us, and it is guaranteed to be in one of our books. Take responsibility for the image you want to see. And that means that if you want to see children pulling up their pants, buy more belts. If you want to see children reading books, give them books to read. If you want to see something happening, make sure that you're the facilitator in order to make that happen. Because so many people just sit there and complain about something, but complaining to someone is not going to make them change. But when you give them the steps and the guidelines to make that change, then they understand it better. So you're participating actively in changing what you want to see as being better. So therefore, I say that if you want to see something change, actually make an effort. Don't just complain about it, or don't just talk about it, kind of be about it.